Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Stephen Hughes. Alongside me, Robert Deers on hand for the pregame show, the MLB The Show 2013 Giants Fantasy League. This is game number 7 for the Giants season, as a new series will be taking place, a 3-game series, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday in the April 2013 schedule on hand against the Colorado Rockies, the NL West rival for the Giants. And it's going to be a nice pitching duel today, as Homer Bailey for the Rockies will be taking on Josh Johnson of the Giants. Josh Johnson's only given up 1 run through 7 innings in his first start against Los Angeles last week. For Homer Bailey, he's a perfect 1-0 with no ERA. So the Giants will have a good matchup for the beginning of a 3-game series against the Rockies. Homer Bailey, his first start of the year, when he won 8 innings, 5 hits allowed, no earned, 2 walks, and 10 strikeouts. A great performance out of him. So the Giants will see a lot of good stuff. The hitting might be at the minimum today, as 2 great pitchers are on the mound to begin this series as the Rockies take on the Giants. Let's give you the Colorado Rockies starting lineup. Batting first, leading off in center field, will be Brett Gardner. Batting second will be left fielder Gerardo Parra, the former Diamondback. Batting third will be first baseman Joey Votto. Batting fourth, third baseman Adrian Beltre. Batting fifth will be the catcher A.J. Brzezinski. Batting sixth, the former Angel second baseman Howie Kendrick. Batting seventh, the former Giant right fielder Nate Shearholtz. Batting eighth, the used to be backup for the great Derek Jeter shortstop. Batting eighth, Eduardo Nunez. And batting ninth, the starting pitcher Homer Bailey. And defensively for the San Francisco Giants, we're going to see in the outfield and left field, we're going to see Carl Crawford, center field Sin-Chu Chu, and right field Michael Cuddyer. In the left side of the infield, we'll see Pedro Alvarez. At third base, shortstop Marlon Gonzalez. And at second base, Marco Scudero. First baseman Paul Goldschmidt. Catching today, once again, is George Contreras. And pitching on the mound is Josh Johnson. So we are underway here in San Francisco. AT&T Park is on hand. The setting of a beautiful start of a 3-game series. It's beautiful weather here as Josh Johnson takes him out for his warm-up pitches. This is what Josh Johnson has in his arsenal: a 4-seam fastball, a slider, changeup, curveball, and 2-seam fastball. So let's begin it, folks. Rockies, Giants. The delivery from Johnson for the first pitch is going to be a strike. At 94, we are underway here, as his 0-1 count to Brett Gardner, the former Yankee outfielder. The pitch. Curveball taking inside. It'll be a ball, 1-1. We have 54-degree weather here, clear skies around the city by the bay. We're going to have some wind going across right field over near McCovey Cove in right field. 1-1 the count now. Johnson delivers, and it's going to be a slider. He's looking for the backdoor slider to catch a strike zone, but he doesn't catch any of the strikes on that one. It's 2-1 now. Gardner batting .295, and make that higher now, as Gardner will get a base hit to begin the game. A nice single up the middle. George Chu in center. And we've got a speedster on first to begin the ball game. Gerardo Parra is batting .238, no home runs, 2 RBIs. The number 2 batter in this Rocky order in left field today. Johnson. And doesn't go for the pitch. He tries to pick off Brett Gardner unsuccessfully. From the stretch and right down the middle, 95-mile-per-hour cheddar pitch from Johnson is in the strike zone, 0-1. On deck is Joey Votto, the power slugger, at the first base position. Pitch out, and we see nothing doing from Gardner at first base. It's 1-1. The pitch. Changeup. Great pitch by Johnson. Swung and missed by Parra. It's 1-2. In this game, Gardner has a 98 base running ability and 97 speed. And speaking of that, he just attempts to steal. Foul ball by Parra sends him back to first. The count remains at 1-2. Again, Gardner goes. Throw to second, unsuccessful. Throw to first, and he is safe. So Parra gets into first safely after the mishap by Goldschmidt throwing to second while Gardner was already standing there. And we have runners on first, second with no outs. And here goes Joey Votto batting .360, 6 home runs. Those 6 home runs lead the National League. And adding with those 6 home runs, he has 12 RBIs. The pitch. Votto fouls it off. So Votto already a power threat in a very big situation, a big problem for Josh Johnson. And he shreds the bat. He jams him to a fly ball right to the pitcher. Votto is out with runners on first and second now with 1 out. And a big disappointment from the power slugger. Adrian Beltre batting 125 on the year. Obviously a disappointment to start the first 7 games of the year. Johnson delivers, and it's a backdoor slider in there for a strike in the lower inside corner. Is 0-1. Johnson delivers on 0-1, and Beltre foul it right behind the plate. It's 0-2. Beltre foul off the 2-seamer running in on him, and it remains 0-2. The pitch, and it's a fly ball over to Chu in center. Chu's under it, makes a catch. Both runners were not tagging, so they'll just scamper on back to their bases. So we'll still have first and second now with 2 outs, and here goes A.J. Przinsky, the catcher. Fouls off the first pitch he sees is 0-1. Johnson delivers 0-1. Slider outside is now 1-1. A.J. Przinsky batting 154 with no home runs, a 1 RBI. 1-1 the count on Przinsky. The pitch. So, a little bit too much anxiety, but A.J. Przinsky takes the high fastball for a strike. It's now 1-2. Johnson looking to get out of the quick jam here in the first. Johnson delivers. Ground ball. And Scudo, he misses it, and it goes out to the outfield for a base hit. Run's going to score. It's going to be a double for Przinsky, and the Rockies take a 1-0 lead off the mishap from Scudo. It can be an error, or it can actually be a double. Let's see what the score will count that as. And it'll be E4, so Przinsky will reach on a error, and no RBIs can be counted. So it's 1-0 Colorado off the error by Scudero. Want to know the count as Johnson's just digging himself in a hole. Second and third, 2 outs with a 1-0 count on Howie Kendrick. The pitch. Fly ball. Scudero is under it. He will make the catch, and the inning is over. So his error gives up the first run of the game as the Rockies get 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error by the Giants. It's 1-0 Colorado. It'll be Crawford, Chu, and Goldschmidt to lead off the bottom of the first for San Francisco. And here we go, Carl Crawford leading off for the Giants by .313 this year. No home runs, 1 RBI. But he does tally for 3 doubles on the year, a good stat to have. Here's Homer Bailey on the mound now for the Rockies. He's 1-0 this year. Like I said, he pitched 8 innings, gave up 5 hits, no earned, 2 walks, and 10 strikeouts in his first start of the year, giving him his first win of the year. This is Homer Bailey's pitches. He has a 4-seam fastball ranging about to 93 miles per hour. Slider ranges about to 86. A 12-6 curveball, he goes about to 78 miles per hour. A 2-seamer, that goes to 92. And a changeup that he rarely throws, that will get up to around the mid-80s to low 80s. Crawford takes the first pitch, was a ball, 1-0 the count. He'll foul that one off into the stands and the left side. It's 1-1. Homer Bailey delivers. And fastball low and outside. It catches the strike zone. It is 1-2. The pitch from Bailey. Swing and miss on the changeup that he rarely uses, like I said, but he uses it there to punch out Crawford for the first out here in the bottom of the first. Here is Shin-Soo Choo batting .286, a home run, 2 RBIs. And there's a swing and a miss. Strike one on Chu, 94. Past 94 mile per hour fastball past the bat of Chu. Two-seamer outside and low. We'll have a 1-1 count. 1-0 is your score already as Rockies tallied on for the first run of the game after a Marco Scudero error. Chopper over to the second baseman Kendrick, on to first to Votto, and we'll have the second out of the inning. First two batters down from Bailey. Here goes Paul Goldschmidt batting .278, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs. Not a original selection by the Giants in the fantasy draft, but he was traded for by the Twins as he flies out to Joey Votto on one pitch, and that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Giants. It'll be Schierholtz, Nunez, and Bailey at the bottom of the order for the Rockies as we're heading to the top of the second. It's 1-0, Colorado. Robert Dieters is not available at this point to continue on with the game. Usually we'll split off innings in commentating this game. I'll do the odd innings in this game, and he'll do the even innings. But since he is not available at this time, I'll be continuing to commentate this game as it's 1-0 now with Nate Schierholtz up to the plate now. Batting .467, no home runs, no RBIs. For the former Giant who played here in San Francisco from 2006 to 2009. He grounds the ball to Pedro Alvarez, and Alvarez throws it away from the bag. Goldschmidt will actually catch it though to avoid letting the ball go past him, but it'll be the second error rate for the Giants, and this time it'll be Alvarez who just couldn't find a good aim on the ball. So running our first now with no out. So here goes Eduardo Nunez, and E5 is the scorer's decision on that one. The first pitch to Nunez is going to be low for a ball, squirt by Cotras, and that is just the worst way to begin an inning. An error that gets run on first, and then a wild pitch by Johnson gets Schierholtz already to scoring position on 2 pitches. Eduardo Nunez is batting .227 this year, no home runs, 2 RBIs. The pitch from Johnson. It'll be a taken fastball for a strike. It's 1-1. That pitch clocked at 94 on the gun. Another fastball, and Nunez just fouled that one off. It's 1-2 now. The pitch from Johnson. And Nunez takes the curveball for strike 3, the first strikeout of the game for Josh Johnson. And there will be 1 out here with the runner at second in the top of the second. Here goes Holman Bailey, the pitcher. No batting average, no home runs, and no RBIs. The pitch. Taken for a strike. It's 0-1. The bunt is not very helpful now, as the bunt actually will make things worse. With the snare will be 2 outs with the runner on third. What can you do with that? Swing and the miss. The slider, the backdoor slider, jams and fools Homer Bailey, and it's 0-2. See what Josh Johnson does here. Swing and the miss. The second strikeout in the row for Josh Johnson. Now swinging and missing by Homer Bailey, and it's 2 outs here in the second. Here goes Brett Garner, singled up the middle in the first inning to begin the ball game. Johnson, low. Garner takes the low fastball. It's 1-0. Runner on second, 2 outs. The pitch. Slider up there over near the letters, but does not catch enough of the strike zone to be called for a strike. It's 2-0 now. Expect a fastball here with this count towards the hitter. And we see a fastball catches a good amount of the outside corner for a strike. It is 2-1 now. Change up very high. Johnson not following that through. And it's 3-1 now. Gerardo Parra is on deck. Two-seam fastball in there for a strike in the lower half of the strike zone. It is a full count now. Let's see what Johnson does here with the full count on Gardner. Ground ball. Alvarez, can he successfully field this one? Yes, he will. And Johnson, after the error by Alvarez, gets out of the jam And the inning is over. No runs, no hits, one error for the Rockies. It'll be Alvarez, Kadire, Scudero for the Giants heading to the bottom of the second. It is 1-0 Colorado. Let's head to the bottom of the second. Here goes Pedro Alvarez, the third baseman, number 4 batter in this Giants lineup. He's batting .313, no home runs, 1 RBI on the year. And the young campaign we have here. Or Bailey delivers. And it's a high fly ball. A little bit of pop in that, but not enough as the right fielder Shearholz will make the catch. And there's one away here in the bottom of the second. Here's Michael Kadire, number 5 batter in the order. The pitch. Slider, great pitch by Bailey as it's in there for a strike to begin the count. It's 0-1. Bailey delivers. Fastball too low. Good enough to take for Kadire, who's batting only .130 on the year, no home runs and no RBIs. Kadire's looking to get on the hitting streak that he has in real life. Stringing a drive, left field. It is high. It is far. It is gone. It is a home run from Michael Kadire, something that he needs to spark up his batting average once again. It's a solo shot for the Giants as Kadire has tied this ball game up at 1. First home run and first earned run given up by Bailey this year. You can tell that one goodbye is now 1-1. Something that Kadire has needed, like I said, all year pretty much. He's been struggling from the plate heading into the Cardinals series. He only had like 1 hit in 13 at bats. Now he's got his first home run, his first RBI of the young campaign. Hopefully Scudero, the next batter up, will get something here. 388 feet that was wired at. Change up outside. 1-0. 1-0 here in the bottom of the second. 1-1 if you score after the Kadire solo shot. Scudero takes the ball. 2-0. Actually, pardon me, is 261, 1 home run, 3 RBIs for Scudero. As Scudero last game hit a home run against the Cardinals' Lance Lynn. Fastball in there for a strike. 2-1 now. Giants completing the sweep in the last game against the Cardinals, winning 6-3. Mario Rivera getting his second save of the year. Scudero doing it big as he had a home run and a couple of RBIs. 2-2 in the count after Scudero's foul ball. Scudero fouls another pitch off, continues his defense in the batter's box. It remains 2-2. A nice fight he's having with Bailey right now. Bailey delivers. Slider, 2 inside, does not have that backdoor stuff it originally has. Is 3-2. Bailey delivers. Line drive right to the left fielder. And it's now 2 away now. And here comes George Cotras up to the plate now. He has no batting average as he had no hits in his last game. No home runs, 1 RBI. He rose up in the batting order though to number 7 spot. And first pitch he sees, he lines a base hit right to right field. So his first hit of the year is a single right to Nate Shearholz. And the Giants are running on first with two outs here. Here's Marlon Gonzalez batting .250, no home runs, 2 RBIs. As he is the everyday starter at the shortstop position. Bailey from the stretch, and he jams Marlon Gonzalez with that good changeup of his that he rarely throws. It's 0-1. The lights are starting to just emit brighter and brighter here at AT&T Park. It starts to get darker and darker as the day goes on. Another changeup swung on and missed by Gonzalez. He's down the count now, 0-2. No speed at first base, so Bailey can focus all his attention at Gonzalez. Ground ball. Base hit. Nice two-strike base hit by Marlon Gonzalez, staying alive on that curveball, sticking with it, and driving it to right field for a base hit. The third base hit in this inning for the Giants, and here comes the starting pitcher, Josh Johnson. So Bailey in the jam here. Runner in scoring position with 2 outs for the starting pitcher up, Johnson. Change up 2 outside, and the pitcher is ahead of the count. It's 1-0 for Josh Johnson. The pitch from Bailey. 2-0, the two-seamer, 2 inside. It's 2-0. In Homer Bailey's at bat against Josh Johnson the first time around, Josh Johnson struck out Bailey. Let's see what Josh Johnson does as he's ahead 2-0 now. Fly ball. Gardner looks like he's under it. Makes the catch, and the inning is over. 1 run, 3 hits for the Giants. But that 1 hit and that 1 run is highlighted by the Michael Goodire solo shot. He hit to be with 1 out in the bottom of the second. It's 1-1 Giants. We're heading to the top of the third. Here's Gerardo Parra, the left fielder. He's 0 for 1 today as he grounded out back in the first inning. Josh Johnson out for his third inning of work after having a relatively nice second inning, striking out 2. Starts to count 0-1. Make that 1-1 as the curveball does not catch any of the strike zone. Again, Robert Deere not available as of right now to commentate the top of the third inning. Parra fouls off the fastball to the left side. It's now 1-2 now. Let's see what Johnson does here. As ahead of the count, we could probably see a high fastball. Yes, we do see a high fastball. Doesn't catch enough of the strike zone. It doesn't entice Parra to swing. It's now 2-2. The pitch on 2-2. And Parra takes the changeup over to right field for a base hit. So a nice 2-strike at bat for Gerardo Parra, and it'll be a leadoff single for the Rockies. This date in baseball history, this is in MLB The Show, April 8th. In 1974, Braves outfielder Hank Aaron swat home run number 714, surpassing Babe Ruth for the most home runs in Major League Baseball history. So, just a little bit of history back there. Here's Joey Votto. Flew out back in the the first inning. Grounds out to Goldschmidt. Goldschmidt will step on to first, tries to go for second, and he will not successfully turn the 3-6 double play, as we'll now have a runner on second now with 1 out. Parra is still alive on the bases, and here comes Adrian Beltre. The pitch. Change up, 2 inside for a ball, 1-0. Adrian Beltre is 0 for 1 today after flying out to Chu back in the first. 1-0. Parra on second. The pitch. Fastball in there for a strike. It is 1-1. 1-1 is your score here in the top of the third. The pitch. Taken. Another fastball taken for a strike. It's 1-2. Colorado got their first run, or their first and only run of this game off an error from Marco Scudero back in the first, off the bat of AJ Brzezinski. For the Giants, just last inning, Michael Goodire hitting his first home run of the year, a solo shot, make it 1-1, and that's all the scoring in this game for right now. Curveball too low from Johnson. It's 2-2 now. Johnson can really throw anything right here in 2-2. Pitch from Johnson. Chopper. Alvarez. Can he field it nicely? Yes, he will. And the second base runner, Parra, has to stick at second base as Alvarez makes a great play to get the second out of the inning. And here goes A.J. Brzezinski, who reached on a fielder's choice, reached the second on not a fielder's choice, but on an error back in the first, scoring the first run of the game for the Rockies. Brzezinski Out to left field on the first pitch. That is Crawford. He'll make the catch and the inning is over. Speaking of Crawford, he's going to lead off the bottom of the third inning for the Giants. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. In the Rockies' third is going to be Crawford, Chu, and not Alvarez. Goldschmidt going to the bottom of the third. It's 1-1. Rockies and Giants are tied. Let's head to the bottom of the third. Here is Carl Crawford. 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. He takes the first pitch high. It's now 1-0. Bailey looking to regain his excellence after giving up that home run to Kadire back last inning. Crawford grounds to second base. That's Kendrick on Devado for the first out. Here's the Giants' upcoming schedule. They're going to finish the rest of a 3-game series on Tuesday and Wednesday against the Rockies. Then Thursday through Sunday, a 4-game series at Wrigley against the Cubs. And then next Monday will be a day off for the Giants. Here's Shin-Soo Choo now. He's also 0 for 1 today. Swinging and miss at the 12-6 curveball. The first 12-6 curveball Homer Bailey has thrown today fools Choo, and it's now 0-1. Another 12-6. Choo is on that more, but he still swings and misses. It's 0-2 now. Bailey looking for strikeout number 2 in the ballgame. And he finds it, and actually, pardon me, that's number 3. He already had 2. Now it's number 3 for Bailey after sitting down Choo on 3 12-6 curveballs. Here's Paul Goldschmidt, the pitch. Fastball too low. It's 1-0 now. Paul Goldschmidt is a power threat. In the Saturday game against the Cardinals, hit 2 home runs. And Goldschmidt will foul off the second pitch, the fastball on the outside corner, 1-1 from Bailey. The hanging curveball is a high fly ball as Parra out on left. The catch is made and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Giants. It is still 1-1 as we're heading to the top of the fourth. Bailey gets out 1-2-3. After 3 innings of work, let's give you a commercial break. Or we don't really have commercial breaks here on Spreaker.com. For right now, we'll just give you a quick little song for a little break. We're going to turn on Uprising by Muse. We'll be back in 45 seconds. Welcome back, folks, to MLB The Show 13, the Giants Fantasy League. This is game number 7 in the 162 game season. We might not get to 162 games, all of them, plus the playoff games. You might sim parts of the season, but this game is sponsored by and played by and powered by MLB The Show 13, made by the San Diego studios who have made the previous MLB The Shows, which have been awesome. So let's go back to the action. Top of the 4th inning, here goes Howie Kendrick up to the plate now. He's 0 for 1 with a fly out back in the 2nd inning. Actually, pardon me, the 1st inning. At 96, Johnson is just heating up his fastball, just even hotter. It's 0-1 to begin the top of the 4th. Kendrick hits the fly ball to center field, and it'll drop for a base hit. So his first hit of the game, another leadoff single for the Rockies, as we'll have a runner on first now with no outs, and here goes Nate Schierholtz. Johnson is going to throw a pitch number 50 in the evening, heading to batter number 2 here after 3 full innings of work in this game. Changeup in there for a strike, 0-1. Johnson, and a base hit by Schierholtz over to right field. Kadire cuts it off to Scooter on the third, not in time, as Kendrick heads to third, and we'll have runners on first and third now with no outs. A big jam array for Johnson to begin the 4th. Here's Eduardo Nunez. Struck out his first time. Back in the 2nd, the pitch. And line drive. Base hit for Nunez. 1 run is going to score. Runners on first and second now with no outs. The Rockies have taken the lead 2-1. Here comes Homer Bailey, the pitcher now. And before we see the beginning of this at bat, we're going to see a bullpen mound visit by Dave Regay, the pitching coach for the Giants, to calm down Josh Johnson, giving up already 3 hits in a row, begin the 4th, and already 1 run for the Rockies. And at that time, Brian Dunsing started warming up in the bullpen for the Giants. Bailey scoring to bunt, and he does. Bailey gets it down, and he'll successfully get the job done. Now with runners on second and third with 1 out, and the Rockies have a good situation on hand with Brett Garner in the play. 1 for 2 today. Single back in the 1st. And scored that play, sacrifice 5-3. Josh Johnson in a jam. 2 runners in scoring position with 1 out with Garner out, the leadoff batter. Strike in there. Great curveball. 0-1. Curveball just catches the lower half of the strike zone. It's 0-1. The pitch from Johnson. Swing and a miss by Garner on the fastball. Kind of chasing at it. It's 0-2. Could this be a great way to get out of a big jam with 1 out with 2 runners in scoring position? 0-2 the count. The pitch from Johnson. And it's off the glove of Cotras, and and 1 run is going to score off the wild pitch. And what it'll be actually a pass ball. It was off the glove of Cotras. He couldn't grab onto it. That's just a high school mistake. Giants give up another run. It's 3-1 now. What a terrible way to give up a run. It's 1-2 now. Johnson obviously in absolute fury. And ground ball to Gonzalez on the first, not in time. And that's run number 4 given up by Johnson. Garner gets on base with his speed, and it's now 4-1 Colorado. Fastball in there for a strike. It's 0-1. I feel bad for Johnson. Pass ball, and then the speed of Garner beating out a simple ground ball. It's 1-1 now after the changeup now catching the strike zone in that pitch. Slider in there. It's 1-2 now. 4-1 is your score now after the beginning of a massacre for the Giants. 3 runs already in this inning for Colorado. Ball. I thought that called a lot of the strike zone, but I guess it's not the call. Some might call it the umpire's call. It's 2-2. Johnson throws another fastball high, and it does not, again, Catch strike zone. It's now full count. Joey Votto, power threat, is on deck. Josh Johnson tries to pick off Brett Garner for a second time in this game. Unsuccessful once again. Ground ball. Contreras will make the play as it deflected off Josh Johnson. And it looks like he's fine. It's a 1-2-3, and a very weird play, a weird stat line, but count it. That's a now 2-away now. And that's going to be a double for Votto as it goes to the left center gap. And actually he's going for 3 now. And he will make it a triple for Joey Votto, an RBI triple. And the Rockies lead now 5-1. And Joey Votto off that double has extended his hitting streak to 7 games. And that's going to be it. Bochy is going to be taking out Johnson right now. And here goes Brian Dunsing, his 3rd game of the year. And he's going to be coming on to do some dirty work right now. Probably going to be in there for a couple of innings. Brian Dunsing, you'll see out of him a sinker, a four-seam fastball, a slider, changeup, and a sweeping curveball. Sinker goes around 91 to 93. His fastball goes around 92, 94. Those are his main pitches, the fastball and the sinker. Sinker with a good amount of movement. The slider going up to around 82, 81. So low to mid 80s on that good slider that gets a lot of lefties out in the lefty-lefty matchup with him. Changeup goes about the same speed, 82, 81, 80. And the sweeping curveball goes around to 74, 75, but not a lot of movement. Could be a hanger most times. So his first batter will be Adrian Beltre with a runner on third with 2 outs, 5-1 Rockies. Sinker is taking a little bit too low. It's 1-0. The pitch. Changeup. A weird pitch to throw on a 1-0 count. It's 1-1 now after the strike. Fly ball. Right field. It is high. It is far. It is gone. What a terrible way for Brian Dunsing to get out, to begin the game. And he gives up a 2-run shot to Beltre. It is 8-1 now. 7-1 now as Beltre belts his first home run of the year. 7-1 now. Giants struggling with their pitching. Josh Johnson struggling, giving him 6. He was responsible for a runner at third. And then Beltre hitting the home run. That'll be responsible for Brian Dunsing. Sinker too low. 2-0 now. Or, 1-1. Top of the 4th inning. 7-1. After this is a 6-run 3rd inning for the Rockies. 1-2. To Brzezinski. Slider taken. 2-2 now. Dunsing trying to find a way to get out of this inning, out of this bloodshed that Johnson and Dunsing have given up. Brzezinski fouls off the slider. It remains 2-2. Delivery. Fly ball. Right field. Kadaro make the catch, and he will end the bloodshed. 6 runs for the Rockies. 6 hits. It'll be Alvarez, Kadaro, Escudero to begin a possible comeback. It will be heading to the bottom of the 4th. 7-1 Rockies. Pedro Alvarez on at bat right now. He is 0 for 1 today. Takes a changeup low. 1-0. The starting pitcher for the Giants, Josh Johnson, is done after 3 2/3 of pitching, giving up 6 earned on 7 hits. Alvarez swings on the second pitch he sees, grounds out to Howie Kendrick. Michael Dyer is 1 for 1 today with the lone run for the Giants. Hit the solo shot back in the 2nd inning. The pitch to Kadire. Ground ball, foul. Well hit though, but it's 0-1. Fly ball. Second baseman Kendrick is under that. He waves off the outfielders as he'll make the second out of this bottom half of the fourth inning. Here's Marco Scuro lined out back in the second. Homer Bailey is going to be throwing a pitch number 39 of the evening. Line drive. Shearholtz is under it in the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Giants. Bailey pitching well after a skittish second inning. It'll be 7-1 as Kendrick, Shearholtz, and Nunez leading off as they'll get their first look of Brian Dunsing. Howie Kendrick 1 for 2 today as he began the fourth inning disaster for the Giants end of the spectrum as he singled to lead off that inning. Sinker in there for a strike, 0-1. The pitch for Dunsing. Scudero on to first, 1 away. Here comes Nate Shearholtz right now. 1 for 2 today with a single back in the fourth. Slider in there for a strike. It's 0-1. 0-1 the count to Shearholtz. Fly ball, left field, that'll be Crawford. He looks like he's under that. Makes the catch. 2 away now. 6 runs back in the fourth inning. I'm still surprised that was the case. And once again, here in the top of the fifth, 2 outs. Robert Dieters, my co-host, not available for hosting right now. I have word that he'll be back and available very shortly. No exact time and when he's coming back, but he said very soon. Nunez takes 2 changeups for strikes. It's now 0-2. He's really behind the count now. Dunsing delivers. Sinker, a little bit 2 inside. It's 1-2. 1-2. 2 outs to the pitch. Ball 2-2 now. Dunsing delivers. Nunez will foul that one off. The 2-2 battle continues. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the fifth. Dunsing versus Nunez, the pitch. Another sinker is fouled off, and again it is 2-2. Seventh pitch of the at-bat for Nunez. Ball 3-2. So the battle continues. Full count now to Nunez. Fastball jams him. A little flare out to left field. Crawford makes the catch. 1-2-3 go the Rockies. It is now 7-1. Rockies heading to the bottom of the fifth. Will be Cotras, Gonzalez, and Dunsing for the Giants. You're listening to Spreaker.com's edition of National Sports Radio Station's coverage of MLB The Show 13, Giants Fantasy League, as we'll be heading to a song break. And it seems like Robert Diers will be back on hand for the bottom of the fifth. Stick tuned, guys. We'll have a 30-second break. Welcome back, folks, to MLB The Show 13, Giants Fantasy League. Game number 7 on hand, and we got word that Robert Diaz will not be available to commentate for the rest of the game. So I'll be commentating and playing for this game, so you guys get to listen to me. Contreras will foul off. The first pitch he sees from Bailey is now 0-1. The pitcher spot is up third, so we're going to see Pedro Bito warming up right now for the Giants. He'll be the pitcher that'll be coming in now in the 6th. Contreras fouls off another pitch. It is now 0-2. Contreras singled in his first at bat back in the 2nd. High fly ball, deep right field. It is high, it is far, but it is foul. It had the home run distance, but shanked fouled is 0-2. Another foul ball from Contreras. It remains 0-2. The pitch. Foul ball again, 0-2. The pitch. Swing, and that's the fastball. Too high for Contreras to reach, and it's now 1 out here as Marlon Gonzalez is up to the plate as he singled, also back in the 2nd. 1 out, bottom of the 5th, the pitch. Chopper fouled towards the left side, 0-1. Ever since the 2nd inning, the Giants have not been able to get a hit off of Bailey. Ground ball, first baseline foul, it's 0-2. Hopefully the Giants don't get back on that rough offensive skid of not hitting and not driving runs. 12-6, 2 outside, and it'll be now 1-2. Bailey, only one pitch has really hurt him at 4 1/3 innings pitch, and Marlon Gonzalez will hit a base hit up the middle, second hit of the game, and the Giants have run our first now with 1 away, and we'll see now a pinch hitter now that the pitcher's spot is up now. And we're going to see Justin Smoke now up to the plate as the pinch hitter. He's 0 for 2 as a pinch hitter this year. He has not has a start this year for the Giants. Smoke fouls off the slider. First pitch is now 0-1. Decent speed at first with Gonzalez. The pitch from Bailey. Another foul ball by Smoke. It's now 0-2. Smoke really down the count. Bailey. And throws a low fastball, and Smoke will just take that to center field. Another up the middle base hit for the Giants. Runners from first and second now with 1 out, and Carl Crawford is up to the plate now. He's 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a ground out. Let's see if he can produce a hit here with 1 out and a runner in scoring position. Line drive. Left center. And a great catch made by Gardner, and no runners will be tagging after that tremendous diving catch by Brett Gardner in left center, holding the Giants to just first and second with 2 outs instead of a 7-2 lead for the Rockies, and runners in second and third. We have 2 outs now with Shin-Chu Chu up to the plate now. What a great catch by Brett Gardner, saving that one, and Bailey gives his nice tip of the hat over to Brett Gardner for saving his butt on that one. The second pitch, delivered. Fly ball. Right field. Shearholz is under it, though. He'll make the catch, and the inning is over. No runs, 2 hits for the Giants. Nothing doing, though, on the scoring. It's 7-1 Giants. 7-1 Rockies, pardon me, heading to the 6th. As we head to the top of 6th inning, we're going to have a new pitcher on hand. It's going to be Pedro Bito, and for his second game of the year. He's had 2/3 of an inning and 1 strikeout throw and no earned. Pedro Bito has a 4-seam fastball, a sinker. Sinker goes about to the low to mid 90s. Slider and curveball. And let's begin at the top of the 6th. Here is Homer Bailey, 0 for 1 today. Sacrifice and a strikeout. Bailey swings and misses on the fastball from Bito is now 0 1. Fly ball over to Sinju 2 in center. Chu made the catch, and they'll be 1 away to begin the top of the 6th. One out here, and here comes Brett Gardner, 2 for 3 today with 2 singles. Bito, the pitch. Curveball in there for a strike at 81 miles per hour. Over near the letters is 0 1 now. Top of the 6th. The pitch from Bito is going to be fouled to the left side. 0 2. Bito. And he'll hit Gardner in the foot. So from 1 2 to letting the fastest player in the major leagues get on base with a hit by a pitch is 1 out, runner on first, and here's Gerardo Parra. He's 1 for 3 today. Bito delivers. 94 in the gun, the fastball is in there for a strike. It's 0 1. Gardner goes. Throw by Contreras is not in time. Gardner with his first steal of the game. And we were expecting that earlier in the game, but he gets the job done there. His first stolen base of the game. Runner on second now. 0 2 the count. Parra swings and fouls off the curveball. It remains 0 2. Bito forces a fly ball to Chu. Gardner is not tagging, so Chu all has to do is just throw it to the cutoff man Gonzalez. Not a problem there. 2 outs here as Joey Votto tripled back in the 4th. Is up to the plate now. 1 for 3 in the ballgame. Votto fouls out the fastball. First pitch. It'll be now 0 1. 7-1 the score here. Rockies beating the Giants. I'm controlling the San Francisco Giants. Pitch. Chopper. Contreras is under it. On to Goldschmidt at first, and the inning is over. 1 run, no runs, 1 hit for the Rockies. And it's still 7-1 going to the bottom of the 6th. Here's Paul Goldschmidt, number 3 batter for the San Francisco Giants. He is 0 for 2 today. The pitch. Ground ball. And it'll eat up Nunez at short. So Goldschmidt will reach on base, and it'll probably be an error on Nunez. And actually, it will not be. A bit of a surprise there, as it looks like Goldschmidt will pick up his first hit of the ball game. Bit of a surprise in my opinion. So bottom of the 6th here, no 1 on, no outs for Pedro Alvarez. Chopper to Kendricks on the first. It's a double play, 2 outs. On 1 pitch, it turns from a runner on first rally possibly to nothing on the double play by Pedro Alvarez. Here's Michael Dyer. Let's go back to the 2nd inning and see that great home run of his first home run of the year. But after that, not a lot of success there. He's 1 for 2 today. Curveball fouled. 0 1 right now to Michael Dyer after the curveball. 0-1 the pitch. Kadari's just crushing pitches by Bailey, but he's just fouling them off. It's 0-2 now. 2 curveballs by Bailey. Let's see what Bailey throws here. Another fastball, and again it's foul. Come on, Kadire. Hit a fair ball. Start a rally. It's again 0-2. Change up 2 outside. Call the ball 1-2. 1-2 the count. Chopper over to the third baseman, Beltre. A bad throw, but Votto gets the pick on that, and the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit for the Giants, but nothing doing on the scoreboard. It's still 7-1 after 6 full innings. It'll be Beltre, Brzezinski, and Kendrick to start the 7th. The game summary here as Colorado scores 6 in the 4th, and that's really all they need is a 7-1 lead. Beltre is 1 for 3 with a 2-run shot. Kadire is 1 for 3 with a solo shot. And Homer Bailey doing good work to stop the Giants. Only six innings of work. 6 hits given up, 1 earned, and 3 strikeouts. And speaking of Adrian Beltre hitting his 2-run shot, here comes Adrian Beltre up to the plate now, 1 for 3. Sinker in there for a strike in the outside corner. It's 0-1. Unfortunate work by the Giants on the offensive end as only 1 run can muster up the scoreboard as they're down by 6 going into the 7th. Beto is still on the mound for the Giants as he's ahead in the count only to the Beltre. Ground ball, and it eats up Marlon Gonzalez. So the shortstop area has been eating up Nunez and now Gonzalez for the Giants. So it'll be a base hit for Beltre, his 2nd of the game. Runner on first to lead off the 7th. Brzezinski up to the plate now. He fouls off the first pitch fastball. It's now 0-1. Brzezinski 0 for 3 today in this hit fest for the Rockies. Ground ball, Alvarez, Scudero to Brzezinski. It's going to be a double play, 2 outs here in this top half of the 7th. Here comes Howie Kendrick batting .320 now after singly back in the 4th, but he's only 1 for 3 this evening. 2 outs here, top 7. Fly ball. Chu out there in center makes the catch, and that was kind of a quick game for the Giants. No runs, 1 hit, as it'll be Scudero, Cotras, and Gonzalez, the 6, 7, 8 batters for the Giants. It's still a 7-1 heading into the 7th inning stretch here at AT&T Park. Here's Marco Scudero for 2 today with a fly out in a line out. Looking to catch his first hit of the game, extending his hitting streak to 5. Fastball, 2 inside, 1-0. Homer Bailey heading into his 7th inning of work. He's done 6 great innings of work, only gave up 1 earned. And he jams Scudero to fly out to Votto at first. So 2 pitches equals 1 out to begin the bottom of the 7th for Homer Bailey and the Rockies. Here comes George Cotras, 1 out here. High fly ball, right field. Does it have enough? It will not. Shields make the catch in right. 2 away now. Here's Marlon Gonzalez. The only hitter has had real true success off Homer Bailey today as he is 2 for 2 with 2 singles. And it is high, it is far, it is gone. Marlon Gonzalez continues his success as he has hit his first home run of the year. Unfortunately, it's a solo shot, but it's a run for the Giants. It is now 7-2 Rockies. Straight away right field, and we're gonna see a pinch hitter now. As the pitcher spot is up now, so we'll see a new pitcher. One within the bullpen right now is going to be Scott Atchison, who hasn't been put into the games lately for the Giants in a little while. So we're going to see Chris Heisey, the former Red, get up to the plate now for his first at-bat of the year. The pitch. And Heisey crushes that, but just shanks it far foul. Heisey is noted as a pull hitter in the major league, so expect that. So we see a little bit of a shift going on in the outfield. 0-2 the count now as Bailey darts in a fastball in the lower half of the strike zone. Heisey chases the slider outside for strike 3, 2 away. Actually, the inning is over. So 1 run, 1 hit in another solo shot for the Giants. This time off the bat of Marlon Gonzalez. After 7, it's 7-2 Rockies. New pitcher on hand for the Giants it will be Scott Atchison. This will be his 4th game of the year, but he's only pitched an inning and a third of work. A 3.28 ERA. This is Atchison's arsenal of pitches. He has a slider, range is about to 86. He has a fastball, a curveball, and a 2-seam fastball. So Atchison, he should be the last pitcher of the game for the Giants, as he'll probably go 2 full innings if he does his work right. Doesn't give up any runs. He'll start off with Nate Shearles up to the plate. Shearles is 1 for 3 today with a single, back in the 4th inning. Atchison 1-0. And Shearles will get his second base hit of the game after lining that slider out to right field. Runner on first in the 8th. To begin the 8th, no outs. Here's Eduardo Nunez. Shearles off to the races. It was a hit and run call, but Nunez fouls the fastball off. It's 0-1. Atchison delivers. Curveball, it's probably a 58-foot curveball, but Shearles stays at first. It's 1-1. The pitch. Slider in there for a strike. 1-2. Atchison delivers. Swing and a miss. The high fastball passes the bat of Nunez for a strikeout. Nunez's second strikeout of the game. And there's 1 away here in the top of the 8th. Homer Bailey's up to the plate now. So that definitely shows that he'll be pitching in the bottom of the 8th. If not, the bottom of the 9th. Bunt. Goldschmidt will get it on to Scudero at first. So will be runner second now after the sacrifice. That'll be Bailey's second sacrifice of the game. 2 away. Hicker's Brett Garner 2 for 3 today with 2 singles and a hit by a pitch. So score that sacrifice of the 3-4 by Goldschmidt and Scudero. Line drive, right field. That's going to score the 8th run of the game for the Rockies. And Garner will be in there with a RBI double, his 3rd hit of the ball game. Rockies up now 8-2. That was Garner's 3rd double of the year and 3rd RBI. Ground ball, Goldschmidt, he'll take it himself to end the inning. 1 run, 2 hits for the Rockies as they continue to pile on runs. It is now 8-2 heading to the bottom of the 8th. You're listening to MLB The Show 13 Giants Fantasy League, game number 7 here on Spreaker.com, affiliation with the National Sports Radio Station. We'll take a 30-second break. Welcome back as Continuing the game. Homer Bailey's still on the mound now, as Carl Crawford will be up to the plate now. The leadoff batter for the Giants to lead off the bottom of the eighth. He'll foul off the curveball. First pitch is now 0-1. Bailey has thrown 70 pitches in the game, 14 balls, 56 strikes, and 2 earned. And those 2 earned were home runs. One off the bat of Michael Kadire and the other off the bat of Marwin Gonzalez. 0-2 the count now as Crawford's behind the count. Curveball, 2 outside and 2 low. Crawford easily takes that pitch as 1-2. So overall, a disappointing game for the Giants. It looks like they're going to take the loss here. Crawford squibs a pitch right towards the pitcher, but Brzezinski will barehanded that onto Votto at first out of the inning, recorded here. And here comes Shin-Soo Choo. He is 0 for 3 today. The pitch. Slider, great pitch by Bailey in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Offense, not really showing a lot on the scoreboard. Not enough runs. And the pitching, disappointment as Josh Johnson gives up 6 earned, and the bullpen gives up another 2 earned. 8-2 lead for the Rockies. Chewed down the count 0-2 after fouling off a slider to the right side. Chew fouls off, takes a ball. It's 1-2. The pitch. Line drive. Right, Kendrick, but he bobbles it. Let's see if Chew can beat it out, and he does. He'll beat it out. So it'll be an error on Howie Kendrick, the first error of the game for the Rockies. Running on first now with 1 out. And here comes Paul Goldschmidt, the power threat. The pitch from Bailey. Fly ball. And like I said, here's a power threat. It is high. It is far. It is gone. Paul Goldschmidt with homer number 3 on the year. And maybe a comeback can be sparked from that. It's a 2-run shot for the Giants. And Paul Goldschmidt is now 8-4 here in the bottom of the 8th with 1 out. You can tell that one goodbye, folks. That was absolutely crushed. And that's probably the last we're going to see of Homer Bailey. And right when I say that, they don't really do anything. Homer Bailey's still in the game, as he will not get the quality start now. First pitch Alvarez sees you, he'll be chopping it to Joey Votto at first base, and we'll have 2 away. So it looks like Homer Bailey will work through this inning, and after this, he is done. After giving up that 2-run shot to Paul Goldschmidt. So right when I say the offense struggled today, they honestly didn't do that bad. It's the pitching that really struggled. Josh Johnson, unfortunately, barreled. He is up for his 2nd loss of the game, of the year, of the young year already. 2-0 the count for Kadire with 2 outs. Fly ball. He wanted to crush that hanging curveball, but not enough, as Gardner will easily make the catch, and the inning is over. 2 runs, 2 hits for the Giants, highlighted by the 2-run shot by the power threat at first base for the Giants, Paul Goldschmidt. His 3rd of the year is 8-4 Giants, 8-4 Rockies, heading to the top of the 9th. Here's Joey Votto to lead off the Rockies here in the top of the 9th. Scott Atchison out for his 2nd inning of work, as he'll be probably the last pitcher for the Giants tonight. 3 pitchers out of the bullpen for the Giants in today's game: Brian Dunsteen, Pedro Vito, and Scott Atchison. Strike out in there, 0-2. Ground ball. Gonzalez scoops that one easy on the first. Goldschmidt, it'll be a 6-3 on that one. Adrian Beltre 2-4 today with a single and a 2-run shot in this game. 2-seam fastball in there for a strike from Atchison is 0-1. 8-4 is your score as we're here in the top of the 9th inning. We're heading to the 70th minute of coverage of game number 7 for the Giants 2013 year. As at the beginning of the year they had a fantasy draft, so you're not do not expect, or you guys not hear Notable names from the Rockies, such as Carlos Gonzalez and Troy Tulowitzki. The fantasy draft happened before the year started, and every team has new players. And Adrian Beltre swings and misses for a strikeout, and there's now 2 away now, as here goes A.J. Pierzynski. The pitch. Ground ball up the middle and through. Pierzynski with his first hit of the ball game, so we'll have a runner on first now with 2 away. Here's Howie Kendrick. He is 1 for 4 today, with a single back in the 4th as his lone hit. Fastball. Oof. Looks like a strike, but it's called a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0 on the way. Gonzalez takes it easy on the first, and the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit for the Rockies as they get hit number 12 in the evening. It's 8-4, heading to the bottom 9th. It'll be Scudero, Catras, and Gonzalez. New pitcher will be Aaron Crow for the Rockies. Bailey gets 8 innings of work done, and Aaron Crow will be on for his 3rd game of the year, as he has already pitched an inning and a third this year. Aaron Crow delivers. Slider in there for a strike to begin the at-bat for Scudero. It's 0-1. Aaron Crow has a 4-seam fastball that he tossed out at 95, a slider that's in the mid-80s, a 2-seam fastball that goes around low to mid-80s to low to mid-90s, and a curveball that goes low 80s. Aaron Crow delivers. Scudero fouls that one off and is 0-2 now. Giants maybe looking for a rally. They need 4 runs to tie, 5 to win. And Scudero chases the slider 1 away to begin the 9th. George Caucher's up 1 for 3 today with a single back in the 2nd inning, when it seemed like the Giants had a possibility of winning when it was 1-1. 2-seam fastball swung on the miss by Catras. It is 0-1, and a deflated dugout over there in the third base dugout for San Francisco as they're 2 outs away from losing this game. And Catras swings and misses once again, this time on the curveball. It's 0-2. Aaron Crow just easily fooling these Giants hitters. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that looks to be all the hope that the Giants have, as we are 1 out away from a final here, as Marwin Gonzalez, the hottest hitter in the game for the Giants, 3 for 3 today with 2 singles and a home run back in the 7th. Fly ball. Can it get out of the park? And that looks like to be it. Adrian Pierzynski makes the catch, and that's your ball game. Marwin Gonzalez, the lone good big hitter for the Giants, as he goes 3 for 4. But the Rockies will take the victory, snapping the Giants' 4-game winning streak. And the Rockies take the win 8-4, highlighted by their big 6-run 4th inning that pretty much sealed the game after that offensive just absolute abolishment of Josh Johnson and Brian Dunsing. Homer Bailey will get win number 2 of the year, but gives up 4 earned in that effort. The loser will be Josh Johnson, going down to 0-2 on the year and inflating his ERA up near the 6s. And the player of the game will be Brett Gardner, 3 for 4 today with 2 singles, a double, and an RBI. And the player of the game honors goes to him. Actually, two RBIs and a stolen base, and he also touched plate twice. So he contributed to 3 of the 8 runs that Colorado scores in their victory over the San Francisco Giants. And let's head over to the post-game show presented by MLB The Show 13, PlayStation 3 by Sony, and presented also by Spreaker.com. And welcome to the post-game show, guys. Stephen Hughes on hand. Unfortunately, Robert Dieters was a little busy today, so he was not able to be a part of the commentating and playing of this game. An 8-4 loss for the Giants. Looked at the offense, had a little bit of a spark in the 7th and the 8th after scoring 3 in those 2 innings, but not doing a lot in the 9th, going a big 0. The Giants lose 8-4. For me, this is my only opinion I only have the opinions here. What the Giants did offensively was pretty good. Martin Gonzalez had his best game of the year, 3 for 4 with a home run. Goldschmidt had a good game. He had the 2-run shot. Kadire, he only had 1 hit, but it was a home run, so that highlights a lot of things. But 8 hits is okay. We should get a few more, but the pitching is the big deal in this game. Our starting pitcher only goes 3 2/3, and that's kind of a problem. If our starting pitcher doesn't go around 6 to 7 innings, then we kind of have a problem with our rotation. Josh Johnson goes 3 2/3 today, gives up 7 hits, 6 runs. 4 of them are earned. It inflates his ERA up to 4.22. No walks given up, 2 strikeouts. After that, went Brian Dunsane, who went 1 in the 3rd innings, 1 hit, 1 earned, no walks, no strikeouts. Pedro Bito went on to pitch 2 scoreless innings, 2 innings pitched, 1 hit, no earned, no walks, no strikeouts. And then Scott Atchison gave up the final run. He goes 2 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned, no walks, 2 strikeouts. 2 errors by the Giants were costly and gave up the first run of the game in the first by Colorado. Scudero with error number 1 of the year, and then Pedro Alvarez, his error in the second. Let's go to the Rockies. Just see their pitching. They only had 2 pitchers. They only needed 2 pitchers. Homer Bailey had a pretty good game. It's actually 3 earned, so I'm corrected, and he does get the quality start as it's 6+ innings and 3 earned or less. So Homer Bailey's line goes like this: 8 innings pitched, 8 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, no walks, 4 strikeouts. And then Eric Crow with a 1-2-3 inning to end the game: 1 inning, no hits, no earned, no walks, 2 strikeouts. And Adrian Beltre with a home run, 2 RBIs. Brett Garner with 2 singles, a double, and 2 RBIs. Joey Votto contributed with a RBI triple. So all around, the Colorado had a great offensive game. It looked like every single batter got a hit, and yes, indeed, it is. All 8 primary batters got a hit in today's game for the Rockies. So great game by the Rockies. But obviously the Giants could do a little bit better. Offensively, we can't rely on home runs, especially today. Kadire, great that he's hitting now, or somewhat hitting. He got a home run. Martin Gonzalez, that's great that he had a 3 for 4 game. Paul Goldschmidt, he went 2 for 4. That's always good in my standards. But I think the Giants could do a little bit better, in my opinion. Defensively, 2 errors obviously is not good. And then, the pitching needs to be a lot better. The pitching matchup for next game, and I don't know when next game is going to be broadcasted to you guys. For Colorado, it's going to be Mike Minor. And for San Francisco, it's going to be Barry Zito. Barry Zito got the first win for the Giants back when we finished the series against Los Angeles. The standings, since Robert wanted to know, Colorado and us are pretty much tied for first. I know it's very, very early in the year, but, standings do kind of matter. It's kind of fun to announce them in a way. Let's see. League leaders over in Chicago, when the Giants finished their series against Colorado, they'll have to face Josh Hamilton, who's in Chicago, and he's batting .577, which is ridiculous. And 577, 6 home runs, 13 RBIs. That is absolutely ridiculous. So that's what the Giants will be facing in Chicago. And thank you very much, everybody, for listening into MLB The Show 13, the Giants Fantasy League. Game number 7 is unfortunately a loss, but Barry Zito will be on the mound for the Giants, hopefully to get a victory. in the next game out for the Giants. I don't know when it is, honestly, but hopefully it will be soon. I know Robert will be out of town for next week, so maybe in 2 weeks we'll have our next broadcast for game number 8. Thank you very much, everybody, for listening. Go Giants, and have a great rest of Wednesday.